Hello and welcome back to Academy Rush, where we're about to start our final game of the night, Golden Guardians Academy versus 100 Thieves. I'm James Dash Patterson, joined tonight by Golden Guardians Grayson, Gregory, Golden Glue, Gilmer, and Griff. Holy crap, that's hard to say, man.
Yeah, I'm impressed, actually. You're able to say all that at once.
Especially after all that. You know, I'm a little concerned that after watching 4 games at once, watching 1 game at once might be a little too easy. I don't know how you feel. You were standing next to me while we were kind of watching the 4 boxes.
Yeah, I could watch 4 boxes. I was checking all the screens to see where the action was. You know, it's only team fights. That's all I saw, and I was like, this is cool. This is fun to watch.
I mean, some people are prepped for that, right? Because you already have multi-box, so sometimes you're just watching everything already. So some people are just already.
It's going to be a bit of a learning curve for all of us to try and figure out how to watch Academy Rush as compared to the normal LCS action. But we are going to hop pretty much straight away into game. Golden Guardians Academy versus 100 Thieves Academy. We're going to have to see what all gets picked up in Champ Select by both of these teams. Saw a couple Rumble mids. Yeah. I want to get your opinion on the mid lane meta. It is important to note, as we were discussing just before we went live, that Syndra is disabled while an impactful pick within the meta, not available for anyone. And so kind of where do things go from there, Golden Glue, when it comes to meta and the way you might expect it to break down?
So I don't want to say too much because
because you got to play tomorrow.
But let's just, see what they pick, and I'll get opinions. I think, in those games, I think we saw 2 games of Rumble. We saw some LeBlanc. We saw a little bit, one person play Nautilus mid. And we also had Kumo playing Ornn mid. So we had kind of some beefy champions mid, like Rumble and all those pretty beefy. And usually you get those champions and you get the control mages. Orianna, I think you saw a Cassio game. So you'll probably see some control. You might see a control mage in this game. You might not.
So are you happy to be seeing these in the mid lane then? Are you excited for the 2020 season?
Yeah, I mean, I like the meta a lot. I think it's cool. It's pretty standard where you'll see a lot of mages, but there's still gonna be niche picks, counter picks.
Well, I apologize. I baited you both. We're not going to actually get to see champions. No! So we're just going to have to hypothesize once we're in game how it all went. Of course, we'll still get to see the picks once we're in game, but that does mean that we have some time just to chat about these 2 squads and maybe what we would expect to see out of them. I think one thing that is important to note is that the 100 Thieves organization as a whole went through a lot of changes in the offseason, and I expect that to ripple throughout the org, right? A lot of focus has been on the LCS team and what Papa Smithy has done there, but we have to assume the relationship between the teams is close and that there will be some kind of ripple effects between the 2.
Yeah, they're all in one facility, I believe. They're all in that new...
Just opened.
Yeah, that new compounder facility. I think... Generally, that's a pretty good indicator that the teams are going to be somewhat intertwined. Some teams have their academy team and their main team playing in separate buildings or offices or whatever. And when you have that, generally there's less connection between the 2 and champion picks and working together. But when you're all actually just living and playing right next to each other, you end up talking to the LCS or the academy player. You talk to your what is it? Your
role coaches are So
your counterpart. I guess counterpart. You talk to your counterpart a lot about lane matchups and champions. So I'm assuming they're gonna be pretty close. And we're pretty close to our academy team. We hang out. We're in the same office and we talk about champion picks. We watch maybe LCK games together, LPL currently. So
talking about counterparts, I think one of the things that'll jump out to a lot of people if they recall Academy Summer 100 Thieves someday was down in Academy throughout 2019, while Fake God found himself up in the LCS. Well, they have flip-flopped back to those original positions, so it will be Fake God, and it won't just be an Academy team kind of riding high off the laning prowess of someday hard smashing everyone one game at a time.
Yeah.
It was interesting to see how kind of strong he would play down in that scene if he still has the ability to play up to LCS caliber. I'm sure that's going to be there for him, but that switch and to see how well the teams played off each other last year makes me excited for this year.
With that, we're on to the Rift. There you can see Champion Select thrown up on the bottom of your screen. So we do get the bans. And of course, anything jump out to your Golden Glue as surprising? This all kind of tracks for me so far.
Yeah, no, it looks like a pretty standard draft. I think when I see this game, it looks pretty even, honestly. This is one of the best, I think, drafts I've seen. I think the one thing that Golden Guardians has as their edge is Camille into Aatrox.
Okay.
As a scaling matchup, Camille will basically win for free later. If the game goes long, Camille will be a monster, and so will Senna, just from getting all the souls.
Okay. What about, let's talk 2v2 though in the top lane then, right? Because is the idea that 100 Thieves wants to accelerate that Aatrox, put him ahead of the Camille, so the Camille cannot get to that point?
Yeah, I think they definitely, both teams should put attention to top lane early. But I think also the mid lane matchup is very snowbally. The mid lane matchup, LeBlanc Rek'Sai is very strong. It should be favored since Rek'Sai does pretty well versus Lee Sin.
Yeah.
But there is actually a different choice of summoner, which is interesting. We have 100 Thieves, mid laner has Ignite.
Right.
Wait.
Yeah, you're
No,
right.
100 Thieves is TP.
No, it's on the right side.
No, blocked at the top. I think the reverse.
Oh! Hey, good call on that one
Okay.
there, Riv. Yep, just for everyone at home, of course, remind yourselves that Golden Guardians is actually on the left side of your screen, and the blue team, 100 Thieves, is sporting the red. Thank you for that catch. I would have done the whole game the other way.
Yeah, something fell wrong. I was like, okay, there we go.
All right.
Okay, 100 Thieves has the skill that scales topside.
Makes a lot more sense. Now, Zion Spartan might be a
Yes.
name some of y'all remember from the
about
old
that?
days. I don't know any Darshans, but I know a Spartan or two. It's going to be interesting to see how kind of some of these veterans interact with the newer faces. Hard, Zion Spartan. I mean, these are two very well-practiced guys. Even a Blaze Olive's got plenty of games under his belt in the academy system. And as you said, the way that those mid laners kind of break out of the lane and roam around the map, lay attention to the side lanes, could play a really big role in determining this one.
So what is, if there is anything, obviously solo queue fears Aphelios, but in pro play or in play, what is kind of the one or two things you don't want him to do, just besides getting fed? What do you stop him from doing?
One or two things. So the
Just one
thing
or
is,
two,
Aphelios has 5 guns. So there's a lot of
Let me tell you.
there's a lot of things you don't want Aphelios to do. I mean, some things that you have to look out for is his turrets are really big, especially as a sniper turret. You basically can't walk into that because you're just going to get basically autoed 3 times. You need to watch out for his chakrams. If he ever has a bunch of chakrams built up, he can basically, kill everything in front of him very easily. You need to be careful of flamethrower if you're diving him. You need to be careful of the slow gun. Don't get CC'd from that.
Oh my word.
There's a
all
lot
these
of things.
scenarios where
Yeah.
you're like, when you're doing X, there's this too.
So yeah, I mean,
That's
like
fun.
you just
That's
got hit
fun.
by a sniper, you can get rooted. There's a lot of things about Aphelios that it's
For sure.
you just have to be able to react to a lot of different situations, and you have to realize what guns he has and what his strengths are at that time.
Ooh, Contracts spotted out on a ward as he looks to take advantage of Zion Spartan pushed down the top lane. But not going to capitalize there because of the good vision placement from Golden Guardians, so still no kills traded either way. Relax in the mid lane.
That
Soligo with the Ignite. Will he drop it? Would you have got that?
No.
Ignite level 3 or level 4?
Level 4,
probably
it
not
wouldn't
enough
have
damage.
killed him. It would not have killed him. It would have been, he was 1 auto away from being able to kill Rise.
Fair enough.
Maybe if the W damage hit, I didn't see if LeBlanc actually landed the W, but a lot of LeBlanc's damage is in her W early game because that's the ability you max. That was close, but it doesn't really matter too much for Rise. He got his TP, he got his Fear of the Goddess.
Yeah.
He's happy.
He's fucked up now. So we got Corrupting Pot, easy.
Run,
Rings coming in.
Zion Spartan.
Flash for flash means the kill goes over.
Oh my god!
Oh my, okay, he gets another flash out of it all, so I'm not gonna call that well played by Zion to get another flash out. More so it feels like 100 Thieves took their foot off the gas there.
Yeah, they at least the wave's not too bad. He can TV back, catch a whole wave.
See one more time.
He kind of feels safe because of that ward, but Rek'Sai's really gaining pressure. It's just too strong. He's just going too close to the wall for this granted. Wheel can instant
Flash
stun.
for flash right here. It's like Contracts wants to give the kill. He wants to give the kill.
Turned away. I think he wanted to give it the contract.
All right, well, no flashes in the top lane, so let's see if Hard can get something back for Zion Spartan, or even if Zion can do it alone. Let's not discount that option.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like Lee actually got much for that, like for Rek'Sai showing himself.
Right.
So if they are set up for Dragon here, they got the bot lane push, but then it doesn't look like, they are going for it now.
They have good vision.
Yeah, they dropped a few wards. Do they have vision on Rek'Sai now at Raptors, or no?
No, they don't. But
Okay.
they
Yeah.
kind of, like Rek'Sai kind of assumes his bot site's gone as soon as he shows top.
Right.
So, this is kind of what you have to trade when you gain top. Like, you kind of just lose Dragon.
But doesn't that feel so bad in the new Dragon meta to go top ever then?
So it does kind of feel bad to go top until Herald spawns. I think Herald's really strong.
Okay.
I also think like one dragon actually doesn't matter that much. They're getting gold, so maybe you can contest later dragons is actually like
We can just wait for the 4 Infernals like LEC.
Yeah, you could do
yeah.
that.
Okay.
But like the dragon buffs themselves are actually useless. It's just the souls that are pressure.
Right.
So as long as you're denying soul and denying next dragons, it's fine. Ooh.
Nice.
Got World Ender.
Again,
Very
remember those
dangerous.
flashes are down from earlier.
Oh!
They have time to play this.
Zion Spartans! The team is here!
He's kiting. He's kiting.
Zion Spartan!
Woohoo!
Back.
Look at that.
Call it
GG.
back.
Wow.
Extends the play.
Oh my word.
Oh man.
Will they
Listen,
get the
okay,
second
thank
kill?
God.
The Turk shot comes through.
Lisa needed to wait on that
One last
Q.
minion shot.
There's no way he gets out though, right? Where's he going? Because Rise is
You
coming
can
down
hook
the
shot
river.
back across. What's hook shot cool?
But this is the most annoying thing
Movement.
ever.
Oh!
Like this is actually scary. This is
wait a
actually scary.
minute.
LeBlanc is level 7.
This is sketchy now. He can get out.
Oh.
Okay, no,
There it is. There it is.
Oh wait.
Oh my
adaptive,
God.
adaptive.
If he lives through this.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Kill goes over to hard.
I
Again,
actually think Sligo might have had a kill angle on that Lee Sin, but he didn't go for it.
It looked like, yeah, Hard felt it too. He pulled back as soon as Siligo popped out of lane.
Well, that is so good for Golden Guardians.
Oh, that's
Academy.
huge.
That is huge. That's completely reversed what was happening early to the top side. Ooh, need to be careful here.
Okay, calls that Contracts is sitting in that bush.
Rise is LeBlanc has Ignite. She's very scary here. You have to get the scuttle.
Yeah, both junglers still level 5.
They trading blue now.
Let's see where they go once they hit 6.
I actually think Sligo should be invading this blue. If 100 Thieves invaded this blue, there's no way Golden Guardians can contest it.
Right, Zion's out on the map.
Siligo's pushed too.
Oh no, Lee Sin took the blue. No, we hate that. We hate to see that.
Ripperoony.
We're Golden Guardians under a lot of pressure right now.
Good energy, man.
Maybe they're afraid of Rek'Sai coming in and stealing blue.
That's the second time that Contracts has controlled the blue side jungle there, or the top
Yeah.
side jungle against Hard. And so again, this matchup has been entirely centered around the top side of the map. And I really do.
Oh, he should just die here.
That's assassination territory,
He's
100%.
done.
Yeah. Drops the Ignite for good measure.
Even-
Even maybe I'll take the
Oh,
camp.
you go for that route.
Oh, you take that
You take
camp.
that.
Right?
Yeah, you definitely take that. So just to give a kind of like idea of why that all happened, it's because they didn't kill Camille so fast. Camille has TP. They're actually what we call tempo. They're down on tempo. They've lost time because they didn't recall after they killed them. So that was actually what it was an amazing play for Golden Guardians because they didn't take care of their tempo and they chased Camille. It's a pretty bad situation, like a pretty bad result.
Right, ultimately the pressure gets flipped. We can now see a 20 CS lead that's developed in the mid lane off of all of this too, because the Rise has been running around the map while Soligo just continues to pressure in the mid lane.
This LeBlanc is extremely happy right now. She's probably almost 2 levels up. Has a blue buff. Rise does not have a blue buff. Rise has no flash, and he's scared for his life right now.
Lee Sin finally makes his way to the bot side of the map to clear his Krugs. See if he decides to try and make anything happen as he may push into the turret.
Starting Herald.
There you go. Contracts, Fake God, good heads up play. Rotate down to that Rift Herald, pick up the global objective while it can't be contested.
Yeah, I think it's hard for Golden Guardians to do anything bottom here. They're gonna try. Let's see. Oh, okay, they got a really good start. They got the Tommy, but
It's an interesting force, but my God, talk about a lane that's hard to gank between these two.
Yeah.
Half of you goes invisible, and then the other one picks you up in their belly, spits you out somewhere else.
You also offered hard crowd control off your marksman.
Looks like they're going to Herald mid here. I don't know if they'll actually commit, but they ping on the way. Oh, he gets rooted under tower.
Nice shot.
Good root.
All right, so that forces Contracts to back off a little bit.
Yeah, they still might take this fight, but we'll see.
Hard wants to safe in.
Both junglers playing around playing hard, looking for the
Hard
Q.
goes first.
He's missed a number of his Sonic waves so far in this game. Maybe playing with a little nerves here. First time on the stage in the new year.
It's hard.
Yeah. Getting that nifty Rift Herald back in, though. God, I love how speedy that is.
It does feel really good when you're based with Rift Herald. You're like, oh.
Sometimes you just want to bet. You don't even have anything to buy. You're just like, I feel like I should do it one more time
I
before
can
it
do
runs
this.
out, right?
Well, that's all right. You can grab it again.
Oh, and good cancel by Zion. This could be big.
Oh, chain him.
Okay.
Just broke the chain.
They
Should be
got
able
in
to walk out of
trouble with
this
the
one.
Conqueror Proc. He's going to
World
get
Ender
that
down.
speed.
There we go. It's a good trade.
That was a nice
Really good
dodge
trade
on
by
the
Zion Spartan. Lots of pressure out. Wasted Sentinel too. Wow, that is really good. So much pressure.
All this while the dragon spawns. So I expect to see Golden Guardians with Hard already positioned in the bot lane. Will they get this kill picked up?
Trying to kill the safety man.
Right, so they do blow Braum ult.
He's good with Siligo.
Siligo's got, this is a good situation for him. He can just go over and chunk them, but they're not gonna go for it. I guess Senna's so they don't really want to fight. They've got TP advantage on Golden Guardian, so
True.
100 Thieves are just gonna back off. They don't want to fight without Aatrox coming in.
And give up that second dragon.
This is when it starts to get scary. When you get your second dragon, you're like, uh-oh. Like,
Okay.
because when you get to the third dragon, it's basically like you will fight the soul.
You have to.
Yeah, so
it's by all means.
this is the next dragon is the last one they actually have a choice on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, 400 Thieves, I feel like it's all on Soligo right now. He's got that 30 CS lead and the kill. He's probably completing his first item here pretty soon, and that's when he really wants to start taking advantage of his power spike and get some more kills on the board.
Yeah. I'd like to see the gold on Soligo, see how close he is to Ludens. So he's still pretty far from Ludens. So you need to start really trying to pressure this game 2v2 right now. The LeBlanc and Rek'Sai are at really strong points. LeBlanc's level 10 already, and Rek'Sai has Warrior. I believe Lee Sin also just bought Warrior.
And tunnel away there from Zion as he defends the blue side jungle.
He finished his boots quick. I was like, why is he so far from Ludens? He didn't have blasting one either.
Well, he's got that really early
Chapter.
pen. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that feels really good on LeBlanc having that pen.
All right, there's the Rift Herald drop in the top lane. Gonna secure 2, maybe 3 plates off of this.
See, but the thing is, like, Fakeoff can't even push in the way.
Wait, is anyone even gonna be there to... Okay, Soligo hopped over to get the plate gold.
Wow,
That's why he did it. He hopped over to get in range for 240 gold. Sure, I'll go top lane and take your gold.
Now that much closer to his loading.
They should be contesting this blue buff that they're not contesting.
Right.
And if you're gonna just, I guess maybe I'm just being too critical.
No, be critical, man.
The good thing about that is it's kind of being okay with your advantage in a situation when you can push it. But I guess that's hard to find until you kind of rewatch things.
Yeah.
You know?
So what they did was like kind of right. Like if you win mid jungle, you can shift to another lane first and drop down that Herald. But they couldn't even crash the wave. So we got a fight here starting. Ooh. If the Blaze Olive rooted him there, he was actually dead.
Oh, he might still be. Okay.
Save.
All right, get some content pick up distortion.
All right.
Away. Kick goes down from Lee Sin, so he won't have that or his flash now.
Yeah, weird situation where Golden Guardians actually lose out on that.
Yeah, it was kind of a funky one. 3 men to the play, but still lose out on it.
Splash with summoner advantage.
Yeah, it
He
doesn't
will
feel
lose a
good.
wave though. He's staying actually.
Sticking around, not a cannon wave. Wants to mop it up real quick, and Contracts will go ahead and play defense there for a moment, but he goes in on the distortion. Another Senna ult comes through. They're using those very defensively across the map with some action.
This looks really good.
Aggro.
The Guardian.
Ooh, Cleaver ultimate.
All right, force the flash out of Prismal. And maybe some damage onto this turret. All right, gonna force the bot lane back entirely. And with turret plating down at this point, this turret could straight up drop.
They gotta be careful. They got Travis on too. We can lock them down if they take down the turret.
Okay.
Good pressure though.
That was one of those funny things when you're playing a global champion where you're like watching a fight at another
Somewhere
lane, you ult, you look back at your character, you're like, oh crap, they're on me, and you're like flashing away.
Can't tell you the number of times I've either like Shen ulted or TP'd, and then when I arrive at the fight, I've got like 20% health, and I'm like,
Yeah.
where did all my health go? And
Yeah.
I found out the Riven was like blasting me for 4 seconds before I made
I
it
never
down
feel
there.
dumber than when that happens. So
So,
I'm like, oh man.
Yet to be good enough to make TP plays, I usually just get caught running from mid to top in my own jungle, and you're like, screen's flashing. Why is that happening? Oh damn.
Contracts, I do feel like Contracts has done a good job of being aggressive in the jungle. I found him his forward percentage.
Yeah.
It's kind of been really solid, and he's done a solid job of tracking hard. But back to your point, Golden Glue, I don't feel like a ton has actually resulted from that pressure. They seem to be missing the final step, which is turn that pressure and tracking of the opposing jungler into an actual advantage.
Yeah. So I think they're doing an okay job right now. I think there's a couple times they could have pushed it a little harder, but they're still ahead. And the most important thing when you're ahead is you keep that lead. So they haven't thrown, which is really good. They've got the Ludens power spike. Ryze also has the Archangel's power spike. Golden Guard is definitely winning out on the bot side. They're getting dragons.
Right.
And it doesn't really feel like Camille's pressuring Aatrox. If you look at the items, Aatrox just finished his first core. It's going to be interesting. This game just scales who wins, because I think it's going to be a really even game. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Now that's a really big kill.
Obliterated a Blaze Olive in the mid lane there for a nice pickup for 100 Thieves. Also forcing the TP out of the bot laner in Gorka.
Yeah, so Dragon's spawning, and now with that kill, they're going to have full control. It's going to be really scary to just walk into a LeBlanc.
So I guess under certain conditions, we can say you can choose different souls, but just off the bat, what's your favorite to play with?
For me, I like playing with Infernal the most. It's just like more damage, you know?
Yeah.
But if I was playing like a tank, I would love, like Ocean Soul.
For sure, that's usually the answer.
Ocean Soul, if you're playing someone, okay, we got to fight.
Yeah, big fight here.
So you ults in, but doesn't get much. Could be a good situation.
Oh,
one shot.
Support gets zeroed out there for 100 Thieves. That's going to put Golden Guardian once again in position around the third Drake spawn. So while 100 Thieves honestly had the time to set up the play, they're the ones who get caught out in the rotation.
They really fumbled with their control. They didn't actually trap very well. Golden Guardian just walked in and killed them. I don't think Soligo ulted in, but didn't really go on the carries. He didn't really pressure at all.
So that's 3. The next one is the do or die. Drake, when it comes to 100 Thieves, keeping themselves alive in this game.
You're definitely sweating right now. If you're 100 Thieves, you're like, oh, crap.
And this would be the
Mountain
Mountain Soul, that beautiful shield that you get to start off all the fights. That feels extra good as a squishy.
Yeah, Mountain Soul's pretty good, like having that nice shield to just like step up. It kind of will completely negate LeBlanc's poke, which is so annoying.
Right.
Another rift.
Absolutely. Here it is, 100 Thieves in position around the Rift Herald, second one of the game. They got the first, can they get the second? Looks like it'll be uncontested. So there you go. I mean, but let's be honest, 2 Rift Heralds or 3 Drakes. Which one do you
They're also sacking a lot of farm here. No one's in that ball wave.
It's honestly hard to say. I mean, if we look back towards the top lane, kind of the matchup we were talking about at the top of the game, there's a small advantage for Zion Spartan, but even at even, I imagine, again, there's that threshold we hit where Camille starts to feel real good about the 1v1 in the side lane. So the question is for Golden Guardians, you know, what are you going to do to the rest of the map to prevent that situation from occurring?
Yeah, I think they basically need to win the game before it gets 6 items. But if you have Dragon Soul,
I mean, if you have 4
doesn't really matter. Yeah. Like Camille, she'll get really strong, but you know, she has to go through, you know, a huge shield.
Right.
There's definitely a point where Aphelios crushes here over Prismal. It would be really good to use that.
Very true.
Big, a 60-minute Aphelios, or 18-minute now, but...
The duo of Contracts and Solely Go, wanting to take advantage of Olive again in the bot lane.
Having a rough day.
Woo!
Or is he?
Alive, though.
That feels so bad.
Played that one about as well as he could have. His flash wasn't up until just after that play, so using all the resources at his disposal, almost outplays it, takes the Senna ult from across the map to come in and help secure it of all things. But again, the jungle mid duo there, Contract Solely Go, they are doing some work.
Yeah, they're definitely pressuring Blazolve really well. This game is, I think, on Soligo to carry. It feels like Golden Guardian is doing a little bit more as a team.
Yeah.
Let's see if Soligo can just have a big performance here, because he is ahead. He is strong now. He is definitely has the capability.
Second 10 item here coming in with the Oblivion Orb, so he's going to do about as max damage as he possibly could.
I would say Golden Guardians have a pretty good team to deal with LeBlanc, though. When she goes in, she needs to be very careful. If she gets rooted, she dies. She doesn't have more treads.
Right.
She gets full rooted by Rise, it's going to be into a Lee Q. It's going to be into a Brommel. She won't be able to move. So we'll see how they play around this LeBlanc. Rise still scales really well though. Like if LeBlanc messes up, I would pretty much say this game is over as soon as LeBlanc makes a mistake.
Yeah, I think that's a. Go ahead.
He doesn't have to go through too many tanks on the other side at that point. He can dodge LeBlanc's damage. He's just machine gunning everybody down.
Yeah, imagine if he had a Dragon Soul, a Mountain Dragon Soul, and they did that die. Would not have worked.
Absolutely not. Oh, I love that rapid fire.
Okay, so
Aphelios.
if you check from base here, LeBlanc is going topside with Dragon spawning in 1:20.
I mean, Contract's up at 2. Are they just looking at? They're just looking
to
at
get that
two-man
turret.
shove that turret down
They're
and
looking to get that
immediately
turret.
rotate bot lane.
Yeah.
These are the kind of things I'd love to figure out in other games, like how many seconds to run out of base or do this, but there's too many kind of buffs and modifiers.
How many pro players know how long it takes to get from one place on the
like to drag
People are pretty good about that. Like,
Yeah?
you have an idea of like when you need to be there to get the dragon. No.
Right, they might not be able to say, oh, it takes me 10 seconds, but in a game,
Just
you'd
in
be like, I
general.
need to leave now if I want to be there in
You
time.
know.
Yeah,
Right.
fair enough.
Huh. I really liked his flanking position right there if they were going to dive there, but now that he's going back top.
Yeah.
Now it's
I'm with
coming.
you.
Yeah, I mean, funnily enough, they were able to secure the mid turret. Yes, with the Rift Herald there, but again, as you mentioned, they're rotating back top lane with 30 seconds to go on the 4th dragon of the game.
I thought this would have been sick if it was Rek'Sai LeBlanc, turret, mid, Rift, dragon, right?
So
boom, boom, boom.
So if they can walk in and just take over the dragon, then it's good. Ryze is not farming right now. LeBlanc is getting more and more ahead.
True.
But if Golden Guardians can get a trap off, which they actually don't have very good vision of bot side if you look at it.
Oh.
Looks like they're not actually going to get punished.
Thought about it. But yeah, now Golden Guardians has beat you to position around the bot river.
It's a Western standoff right here. This is just going to be a good old team fight. Camille has a good
I like
flank.
it.
Yeah, Camille's
I
got
like
the
how
flank.
Thieves position
Dragon gets
better.
started immediately on a pink ward, though. I wouldn't be surprised if they literally just burst it here. Expect hard to secure.
Right through down. Sligo can go in.
Oh,
They
the
got
secure
down,
comes through
they
on
got-
Zion.
Yeah. Run him
That's
down. You got the soul.
You got the soul.
Oh my word.
What more permission do you need to fight than securing the
Yeah.
dragon's soul?
I actually think that could have gone really well for 100 Thieves if they committed to the fight. They needed
Yep.
to go in. There were 5 man.
That's
They're like
amazing.
5 man stacked in the pit, and you're flanking from every angle. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely had some room to make some plays with the AOE that can come out of your team.
Yeah, they
But
weren't the ones with the vision going down there either.
Yeah, I just don't think they feel the pressure that they need to fight, but they should feel the pressure that they need to fight. You know?
oh, yeah, I mean, because what do you do now? This totally warps the advantages we talked about. Now all of a sudden, more action.
Keep throwing punches.
I mean, now they're desperate. They're honestly desperate.
Yeah,
But
Well, they got Gorka.
got Gorka, but it's not enough.
Didn't have enough run.
It's not enough.
Flashed in on Saligo. I don't think you can actually get him now.
3 for 1 though there in favor of Golden Guardians. So this is just going to go from bad to worse for 100 Thieves. I mean, really good objective control from Golden Guardians
Yeah.
on the bot side from start to finish.
Yeah, it does feel good in Summoner if you look at the sides, right?
Baron's
You got
probably
a lot.
just
True, but
you
yeah,
have map control.
no jungle contest. So again, all you've got here is maybe Soligo coming over the wall and getting a double distortion Baron steal back.
How many licks to the center of a Baron, Breezy? Come on,
Can we get the tongue steal?
hit it.
Let's go,
Oh,
baby.
Soligo, one to
Let's
three.
go. Soligo made it.
could burst this.
1600. Oh my God, the
He
ward.
can do
It
it.
does more damage than Smite. Look at
They don't have it.
Oh, he was late. Hard does get the secure.
I like the vision switch showing us that it just wasn't working as they kept placing wards.
Does LeBlanc, could have he bought a pink ward? That's what I want to know. If he could have bought a pink ward, that could have actually been.
Rewind, replay. How much gold was in the pocket as he left the fountain? If it was 75, we've got some words to.
Really good play by Gorka, though. I want to say, like, Gorka's been getting his own advantage at bottom, which let them get those dragons. I feel like
It's huge.
this game would not have played out this way if Gorka wasn't winning his lane and pressuring.
Yep.
So that's really set them up for this whole team control.
And that was almost entirely self-generated. I think Hard went down there once, but they didn't really get anything out of it, right?
Yeah.
So even with that, it was pretty much a straight up 2v2 in the bot lane, and Gorka and Hugi did come out on top, gave their team the position around those dragons to secure and set themselves up for the late game.
Yeah, I think Lee Sin was hovering bottom a lot, but he actually didn't, like, kill them, or
Yeah.
it was just kind of his presence.
7-5, and turret's gonna go down. So that's 4 turrets to 2, crushing through Golden Guardians. Feeling pretty good about this one right now.
Yeah, you really don't feel very good right now if you're 100 Thieves. When you're behind with this comp with LeBlanc Rek'Sai, they're
force
going,
everything.
they're going, they're desperate.
And Zion's great
Zion's
damage.
almost dead.
Oh,
There's
there's the
Zion,
shutdown.
There's Rise,
But
cleaning up.
ooh,
So you can kill one, but you just can't kill all of them.
Yep.
You know.
3 for 1 is the trade there. I mean, what's the answer here is wait out the Baron, challenge for the next, and then maybe you split to win. The only way I can see you winning is if somehow you can hold the push and Fake God wins this game alone.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm not even sure he could beat Rise later. Rise is very strong in split. And Rise is a 400 gold bounty right now. This is the guy they focus the whole game. But this is the thing, when the game opens up and your team's doing well as Rise, you just get to go to silent, you get a farm, and you get a team fight. And you actually get ahead.
And now, for Fake God, he beats a Rise in side lane. It's not going to be easy for him to beat Camille if he wants to.
Yeah.
Anymore. Yeah, here you can see the attempt. I mean, I like the look, right?
Yeah.
But this is the kind of, to your point, Golden Glue, this is the desperation in a way that they should have been showing around the 4th dragon.
Yeah.
And before it was taken.
Exactly.
I would have rather had seen them just take more stabs at fights when there was still maybe something more to be gained out of it. At this point, it's almost, just slowing down the inevitable. I do have some word from the observers. 60 gold was in the pocket of Soligo when he left base
That's just
for
unfortunate.
that Baron. So that's just unfortunate. No flame to be dealt there. The man did all he could.
When you can't wait for 15 gold, but you can't.
Would've been late.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
That's knowing that window of walking.
Made it there on time. For Golden Guardians, it's just kind of a matter of putting a nice little bow on the top of this one. One inhib down, 2 more to go. Gonna rotate to the top lane and try and spread that pressure out as much as possible.
They can just run at them. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't hurt me. I'm Aatrox, I have Death Dance, I'm Mountain Dragon.
They've got 2 stopwatches, one on Braum, one on Lee Sin, so their tanks are able to go under turret easily.
Contracts trying to clear what would be a flank, but they're going to be in their base already, and Soligo cannot get out of base again to do that. May try from the side, but it looks inevitable instead.
Still some flashes down on Golden Guardians, so if one of these is going to find their opening, it would be capitalizing on some of those blown summoners from the carries, but it's got to happen soon.
Yeah, maybe if it was a different soul, LeBlanc could carry this game, maybe.
You just saw that damage do nothing.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually, your most fed person is utterly useless.
Nullified. Well, that's another one. Now they're going for the top side of the map. Looks like they're doing the entire horn.
All right.
Wow.
There it is around the backside. Not enough damage coming through, though, from Soligo. Another inhib goes down. Elder gonna spawn. Ooh, do we get our first Elder of Academy?
Oh, here we go. Rise ult.
I like it. Rise ult towards it.
So one way they actually could lose, is if they
By the
lose
way-
the Smite Seal on Elder.
Okay.
Oh, he's done. Okay.
Now that's Prisma. He doesn't have smite.
Yeah, no,
Now that's the way in. You
That's
already hear
tough,
from
though.
Golden Glue
You
first.
no respect now that you lost one. They're just going to take the fight even if you do come.
they don't know Rek'Sai though. They don't know
Rek'Sai,
what
Rek'Sai's
is.
behind the pit. Are they dropping wards? They're looking.
They're looking.
They're
Oh,
looking.
but he's
Does
sneaking.
Rek'Sai tunnel that far from there?
No. Oh,
Yes, he can
actually,
make it. He can make it.
He can make it in?
from there. He
Oh.
can make it. From,
Oh,
he doesn't. Oh, he goes for the.
He has no
Okay,
vision.
Praise
The
Praise
Blackstone.
He
I
has
thought he was going
vision.
Galaxy Brain.
Whoa!
Yeah, like I said, they're not going to respect the
Yeah.
fight
Out
if
of the
anybody
pit.
Mark
shows.
goes out of the pit. Gorka's just going to secure.
Wow.
Alrighty, okay. Well played by Golden Guardians. Way to not get swept up in it there.
Yeah.
The madness.
If there's only one way to lose,
Yeah.
you better play to avoid that
Yeah.
one possibility. All right, so now we got Elder on top of the Dragon Soul. A couple backs are going to come through. I imagine from here, Golden Guardians. What, you just push straight down mid to end it?
Yeah, you run it down mid. You could send someone side lane, but I don't think at this point.
There's no reason.
There's no reason
Stay
to.
together.
Yeah. Just wait for the side lane to push in, and then just take over. Take
There
that
it
mid
is.
inhib, and it's over. They're gonna look for. Yeah,
Not
they're not looking
taking.
for anything.
Five-man stack in the mid lane. I kind of like what 100 Thieves is doing. They put their duo in the jungle there, maybe
Yeah, top.
capping someone out, going for a
Yeah.
greedy blue buff. It's a good look. It's a good look, and your best opportunity to get back into the game.
These guys are playing remote, so you could ult tab at this point. Wait for wait for Golden Guardians to run down mid.
Unfortunately, they don't find the necessary picks to keep themselves back in this one. The third inhib is gonna go down just here.
Oof, tough stuff. But they kind of checked all the boxes, right? You got the objectives. If it wasn't going to be Rift Herald, you got the Elder.
Give me that base defense fight. Let's see
Okay.
it. Boom!
This is going pretty well. Lee Sin's dead. I think they're just gonna end this though.
Oh, wow. So they'll trade their jungler for a victory.
Next is
We'll
open.
see. They're gonna fight.
Balls to the wall. They're going for the left flank.
Oh, Aatrox.
Oh
Okay.
my word, that's just a lot of blue.
Aatrox and Rise damage coming through.
Definitely a team victory there by Golden Guardians.
And a fountain kill to boot. That's got to feel good for Golden Guardians Academy.
Nice. That was
Feels
a
good,
pretty
man.
good one.
Very good.
To get control, a little back and forth. We didn't know what was going to happen with top lane.
Yeah.
Kind of
Possibly a
figured itself
prediction
out.
of tomorrow.
Possibly a prediction of tomorrow. I don't know if any person on this couch would like to make a definitive prediction. Maybe feel free to. Come on, have some confidence.
Well, I mean, of course, I just said it. It is a prediction right there.
You said
Who you
maybe.
start with your first
I don't
game?
like maybes.
100 Thieves.
There you go.
Play them tomorrow. I'm just
Beautiful.
saying. Just watch the game.
Are you proud of the guys?
I want to see if you can say anything else.
What's your assessment? Kind of from having some knowledge of maybe some of the obstacles these guys have had to overcome in the offseason and preseason as they've been ramping up, and even practice partners for you guys. Do you feel like that was a solid showing for Golden Guardians Academy? Is that just the beginning? Where are we?
I think that's a solid win. I think there's a lot of stuff you can still learn about that game, how you cannot let that mid-jungle duo get ahead, how you can restore your tempo, not chase for kills too long. Because definitely Rise got the short end of the stick a lot of that game, and if Golden Guardians, if they could have just helped them out a bit more, it wouldn't even been in a situation that was dire.
Right.
And I think still it was a good showing from the bot lane, a really good showing from Zion. Even after that first kill, after he died once, it was just a great performance by him. I think it's a good game.
I was going to add to that, like, just absorbing pressure all around. The fact that Contracts was always in the jungle. It didn't matter to them. You know, we didn't see that much happening for the Rise mid lane, but he still held his own without blues on accidental takes.
Yeah.
They just absorbed really well and allowed him to kind of bounce back.
In general, too, I feel like through our first day of Academy games, a lot of focus around that Dragon's Soul, getting to the fourth and final Dragon, and ultimately curtailing that into a victory. But with all of tonight's games completed, let's go ahead and take a look at the standings. Rather binary results so far for the teams, with Cloud9, Dignitas, FlyQuest, Golden Guardians, and Immortals all taking home their first victories of the season. Now, for those of you out of the loop, the remaining Academy games will be played on the LCS stage over the next 3 days. 1 game each on Saturday and Sunday following the LCS matches, and then 3 games on Monday starting at 2 p.m. PST before Monday Night League kicks off at 5. Now, before we sign off, let's go ahead and take a look at tomorrow's matches. Saturday starts with a banger as Cloud9 take on Team Liquid. Then Dignitas make their return to the LCS up against Counterlogic Gaming, while Immortals will start their comeback with a game against FlyQuest. Ad-libbing on those matchups real quick, though. How do we feel about them? We'll get to yours in just a moment, Golden Glue. Don't worry about it. Anything excites you out of the non-Golden Guardian games that we see tomorrow? I mean, Cloud9 Team Liquid is always an exciting one for me.
I'm actually excited to see what happens with Dignitas. We have Huni here, came over in 2015. Now he actually has a team built around him, staying with an organization for the 2nd year in a row.
Okay.
You know, he's been on different teams for 2 splits after 2 splits, and now, as Clutch did change the Dig, but I think it could be a year where he shows up and finally gets that NA title he wants.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm excited to see the C9 bot lane, the new C9 bot lane. Sven and Vulcan go up against Double Lift and Core JJ.
A lot of awesome
Talk about a way to kick off the split, to prove yourself in a new duo, replacing one of the longest standing ADCs with the greatest of LCS pedigrees. I mean, the table is set for them to duke it out in the bot lane.
Yeah, definitely big shoes to fill. I mean, Sneaky's a legendary AD carry. So.
Yeah, without a doubt. All right, now, but how about that Golden Guardians versus 100 Thieves tomorrow? I know that you said today may be a little bit of a preview of what happens tomorrow, but how do you specifically feel about your starting matchup tomorrow?
I feel really good about our team. I don't really. It's hard to say like how strong 100 Thieves is. It's hard to say about any team, especially our first weekend, because we haven't scrimmed versus these guys, right? Because we played them the first week. So it's really hard to tell like their level. But I'm really confident with our practice and our scrims and how they've been very focused and very much like stage. So a lot of times you'll have scrims that are a bit more wild and they don't really translate to how the game's played on stage.
Tempered on stage.
Yeah, but I've been really happy with the level of, I guess, our scrims.
Cool. Well, that's great. If they're already LCS level play in the scrims, then we're in for a treat tomorrow, Rib. I cannot wait.
Let's go.
That's going to conclude our first ever Academy Rush broadcast. I got to thank all of the guests, not just this one here sitting on the couch with us, but now for myself, the casters, the entire live broadcast crew. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for day 1 of the LCS Spring Split. Good night.